Hey, I'm Sin, and movement shooters have always had a place close to my heart. Some of my favorite games, Doom, Ultra Kill, Reaver, Titanfall, and so many more. In fact, I spoke about all these games in my past catalog of videos. I have devoted my life to playing movement shooters. I'm not the best at them, but I love them. I grew up playing Counter-Strike, and Counter-Strike has a weird relationship with movement in itself. As in, to be accurate, you can't move. But tech like B-hopping, run boosting, edge bugging, and so much more still found their way in the game. And such pushing the boundary between how much you can and can't move became an obsession for many players, myself included. From Source to Global Offensive to now CS2, there's so many moments personally or professionally that, as funny as it seems, have made Counter-Strike one of the most innovative scenes for movement since the days of Quake. Hosting a whole heap of community servers that specialize in movement, from jump maps to surfing. This is the scene and my obsession that started it all, and did the same for so many other players. And sadly, with the new sub-tick system in CS2, it has kind of broken a lot of the movement tech from Counter-Strike Global Offensive. And we don't know if we'll ever see a full return to what was. Valorant, Counter-Strike's sister game, decided to cap movement, and any speed gained is through abilities for specific characters. Apex Legends is slowly losing support as a game. Titanfall is a dead franchise with a few players online and a bot problem that hosts its own issues. Even worse with bot problems is Team Fortress 2. And in recent years, the casual arena-based movement shooters have seemingly been just a dying breed altogether. The best supported movement shooters have been Fortnite and Call of Duty. So, to my surprise, when the many aim trainers I follow on socials all started playing this new movement shooter. It's fast-paced, has wall running like Titanfall, modern guns like Call of Duty, and rewards players who choose to master both its movement and gunplay. It's the return to form that I've been waiting for. And it's on Roblox. So you guys come here often? I don't know how to play poker. Do you guys know how to play poker? What's a poker face? Now, to anyone who has been living under a rock for the past few years, this isn't exactly a surprise. Roblox has come far from its early days, hosting a few inspired FPS games over the years, from Counterblocks to Phantom Forces. But each of these are clear clones or knockoffs of similar games that already exist, which can be both good and bad. And the moralities of these games I'm not going to spend my time getting into. That's your choice to decide and play them. That's not what we're here for. We've seen the graphical fidelity of Roblox games go up insane amounts, and people manage to build such large, amazing games based on this small game engine that a decade ago was a joke to most people. But Bad Business is different. It's an original title, one that stands out from the crowd of every other Roblox FPS game, and chooses to craft its own identity with dashes and sprinkles from the many movement shooters of the past being visible. Getting into the game, it has a sharp learning curve, similar to that of most movement shooters. And quickly, as you go up against players who have docked hundreds of hours in this game already, you realize the skill ceiling is so much higher than any past Roblox clone to exist. And with each kill, you slowly grow your own skill. The map design varies heavily, from the large open maps dominated by the hand cannons and snipers, only able to close the gap if you can strafe and dash your way across the map, to the close quarter hallways that challenge your ability to handle your enemies close up as they zoom into the room, And the vertical maps that force you to break your neck as you handle enemies well above you and force you into fighting upwards for control. It keeps the gameplay interesting by introducing random game modes with each new match. From classic deathmatch to kill confirm to hardpoint to infection, with the good fundamental snappy, fast-paced gameplay being a base for each new map and game mode. It's not the most complex science, nor does it have the most deep mechanics of any movement shooter, but it's so far from surface level, and in modern day, it is the most accessible for people to jump into, with no cost of entry, and being playable on almost any modern PC, with even Valorant, COUNTERSTRIKE, Fortnite, and Call of Duty aren't exactly accessible to every person. And with such a young audience of players on Roblox, Bad Business is introducing movement shooters to a whole new generation, one that may never get to play Quake or Titanfall. And this could be the gateway to a whole generation of aimers and foons. The craziest part in all of this, the kid hopping around the map, killing everyone, could be half my age, and I would have no clue otherwise. But the kid who learns to pub stomp and drop 60 kills in this game will define the top level of play in future titles to come. Now, there are some downsides to all this. Roblox, as is free to play, is also predatory in how it monetizes itself. And Bad Business is no different. Ranking up, though can be free, is a grind to do so. And if you want to unlock the new and best weapons in the game, it is in the player's best interest to hand over money for Robux. This isn't just a Roblox issue though, more of an industry issue overall, but it doesn't make being killed by the same overpowered build that I haven't unlocked yet more palatable suddenly. The game, though great, is still a Roblox game, and with it comes all kinds of jank, from movement and key presses not properly registering, to people bugging into walls, to kids just hacking all together and no real anti-cheat to stop them. Though these problems are rare and minute, especially in Bad Business, they still exist. Not to mention how outdated Roblox is as an engine. It's impressive how far they push the engine, but to even get a consistent frame rate or anything higher than 60, you would have to mod the client. But the greater issue lies in joining and supporting this game. You do support Roblox themselves, and thus the bigger problems like the predatory practice of wringing money out of children, the willful ignorance and complicit nature in rings of pedophiles and groomers, and the one-sided deal that is Roblox payouts to creators, and the benefits Roblox gain out of all of it. Which isn't necessarily Bad Business's fault. It's Roblox's. Being on Roblox is a means to an end for the creator of the game. The end being having a successful game. But in playing this, what underbelly are we complicit in? What are we supporting? And how much does Roblox have to gain from all of this? For us, we have a new generation to beckon the movement shooter into a new era, and thus keeping the scene alive for another few decades. A future that pushes past the boundary in price and accessibility, furthering one's pure mechanical skill, and pushing content, esports, and so much well past the boundaries we once thought was possible, off the back of a blocky kids game. But for Roblox, it's gaining profit and taking advantage of its vulnerable young audience, and allowing a ruleless land with a dark underbelly. For better or worse, this is the future of movement shooters. Oh, you're still here. I wanted to give a huge shout out before the video ends to all the amazing aimers who allowed me to use their clips. Their links and all will be down in the description down below. For you, I guess you could subscribe, but I mean, honestly, I'd rather you just get the fuck out. We're closed. Please, this video's over. Please leave.